can the case be closed? Prompt, swift, fast, very fast. Hi guys, this is your girl, your babe, your chick, Ttkjinadu. I'm back again with another Telling It Just the Way It Is chat series. So guys, stay tuned. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. May this year be filled with happiness, joy, and peace, and may God fulfill our heart desires. Happy New Year. So guys, let's chat. I'm sure some of you are aware of the incident that happened not too long ago concerning the Pastor Diya's family. Many of you have heard about it, but if you're watching me and you're hearing it for the first time, I will just quickly touch on it. Pastor Diya, his wife, and 3 children went on holiday in a resort in Spain. And I think the youngest of his children was a 9-year-old. The 9-year-old started swam, and encountered some trouble or difficulties while swimming, and the 16-year-old jumped into the swimming pool to save his sister. God knows what happened in that swimming pool. He too encountered some kind of difficulties or trouble. So their father, which is the Pastor Diya, jumped in to the water to save his children. Unfortunately and sadly, all 3 of them drowned and died in that water. It's so sad. It's a very, very sad incident. I pray their soul rest in peace, and I pray that God will comfort his family, that is the wife, the child, the only one child, living child left, and his loved ones, his family. May God comfort them. May God strengthen them, because what happened is too sad. 3 people in a day. 3 people. You know, guys, what prompted me to do this video was UK Evening Standard decided to publish the incident, and I have the paper here with me. I don't know if you can see this. I have the paper here with me, and I've heard about it. I mean, I think it was trending. It trended mostly on the Nigerian and African website. So I've read, I blocked it as well on my website, but it really went viral within the African community. So when I saw this when I saw the story or this incident published on the UK Evening Standard, I was kind of happy in a way, like there's hope for some sort of justice. And that is the little happiness I have, because what happened to this family is really, really sad. So I read that piece, and the part that got me is Evening Standard narrated what happened, blah 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 blah, swimming, and how the 3 members of the family died, and then ended it with the Spanish. And I'm not blaming Evening Standard. Evening Standard are just reporting what happened and what transpired. The wife, Mrs. Diya, insisted that they can swim, the children can swim, and that's not really the point. But the Spanish authority insisted that these children cannot, in fact, every one of them cannot swim, are not capable of swimming, and Pastor Diya as well, they're all not capable of swimming. So the Spanish authority decided to investigate what happened, see if the swimming pool was good enough. I mean, if the swimming pool was up to standard. And they came back with their report to say everything was good, everything was fine, the swimming pool is good, it's up to standard, there's nothing wrong with the swimming pool, and so therefore it's more likely that the members of the family cannot swim. And that is the end of the investigation. Case closed. They've decided to close the case, like they've ended it there. Case closed. I mean, like seriously, somebody have to take some sort of responsibility here. Forget swimming or not. How can case be closed? I pray God will give the late Pastor Diya's wife strength, and I hope she gets some kind of support. I really feel she should seek justice here. I mean, case closed. Just that bit prompted me to do this video. How can the case be closed? An up to standard swimming pool must have a lifeguard. It's very, very important. If there was a lifeguard there, nobody would die, not even one person. The worst that may happen or might happen is, I am imagining the worst that could happen. The first child, which is the youngest child, that jump into that swimming pool might die, but I doubt it so much that will happen. That's the worst that could happen. Do they realize, the Spanish authority or whoever was investigating this thing, do they realize 3 people died? 3 human beings died. Not a dog, not a cat, not a chicken. Even these animals have rights. Come on. Case closed. That case cannot be closed. Somebody have to take responsibility here. It's very, very important. And I feel that result should be closed from the day the incident happened. It should not be open to the public. There was no, guys, there was nobody, no lifeguard by the swimming pool, nobody to save them. According to this Evening Standard, a Spanish woman and holidaymaker heard them screaming, heard somebody screaming by the pool, and quickly ran to the reception. And according to the Evening Standard, the reception is quite a distance from the swimming pool that have no lifeguard. Before the receptionist or those in the reception could seek for help, it was just too late. 3 people, 3 human beings died. And according to the Spanish authority or whoever said, according to the investigation, there's nothing wrong with the swimming pool. It's up to standard. Case closed. I mean, they can't do better than that. They can't do better than that. Case closed. That's heartbreaking. It's so painful. I do know and I realize that even if they get justice, it's not going to bring the 3 people that died back. I understand that. But at the same time, it's at least for other holiday makers, there's some sort of consolation. Some sort of, oh, at least somebody is responsible for this. Some sort of security when you're going on holiday. Forget the swimming, health insurance, blah, 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 travel or holiday insurance. That aside. But in this case, 3 people. Somebody should be responsible. I just believe that. It just breaks my heart. I don't know them personally, but I just felt that part, that sentence just triggered something in me. It's just bad. Too bad. The lesson there is, no matter how cheap the hotel is, if there's no lifeguard by the swimming pool or some life-saving swimming equipment, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And these are things I think we should investigate. I know it's normal for you to just, I think we just assume that it's safe. So anytime we go on holiday, we are free. We just allow our children to jump into these swimming pools, except you're really, really, really cautious. You're really, really so protective. And I think I fall into that category, not because I'm perfect or because I know it all. I'm just naturally a protective mother. I think I'm on the borderline of possessive when it comes to nurturing or bringing up a child. So that swimming pool thing, I always stop her from going into the deep end, even though she's attended. I'm talking about my daughter here. She's gone for swimming lessons, but it's still, to me, I still don't feel secured, even with the presence of the lifeguard. She's a teenager, so I let her go a little bit longer, but I still walk around, I still kind of monitor her, I don't feel secure enough. If possible, check for this life saving swimming equipment. Also, I mean, we are allowed to ask questions. We paid for it. If you pay for your holiday, you are entitled to some form of safety, to some form of security. So I think there's no crime in us asking these questions. There isn't, seriously. Life buoy rings are important. They're very, very important. Those should be available with the supervision of the lifeguard at the swimming pool, at every swimming pool in a holiday resort. These are things we should note. And life-saving rope. Some provide life jackets. And the lifeguard chair should always be by the side of the pool. And in most holiday resorts that I have been or have visited, they're usually in an orange or yellowy kind of jacket to identify. You can easily identify them in this sort of jackets. And they walk around the swimming pool area. If they're very, very attentive, very observant, their job basically is to make sure nothing goes wrong. And if anything goes wrong, they should always make sure they're available to attend to any emergency. I mean, they're prompt, swift, fast, very fast. Most, if not all, lifeguards are qualified, satisfied. In other words, they have acquired a level of knowledge in this swimming or leisure area. So it's important we look out for lifeguard. Is very, very important. I mean, I think this is the key lesson here to what has happened to the Diya's family, which is sad. We must look out for them. Most of us overlook these things, but it is important, very crucial. That very, is part of the meaning of a swimming pool that is up to standard by my definition. What the Spanish authority or whoever is in charge of that investigation meant by this swimming pool is up to standard, it's not really clear to me. It's not clear. It's a bit vague. I mean, if you ask me, lack of lifeguard at the swimming pool, it's a sign of negligence on the hotel part or the result, the holiday result. I do think somebody should take responsibility for what happened, you know. And I don't think it matters, no matter how old you are, if you're not sure of your swimming skills or you don't feel too secured in the swimming pool, you can use the swimming noodle foam. You know, the swimming noodle foam, or the floating stick, you know, those float sticks. You can use one of them. I'll put a picture here. I'll insert a picture up there somewhere. As big as I am, sometimes I do use them. I use them, especially then when I was learning how to swim. I travel with my swimming equipment. I always use either the buoy. I have this buoy thing that I use that swimming. Mine is not as big as the professional ones they use at the swimming pool, but you know, those swimming, the buoy one or the float stick, we have it. So I travel with it and I use it when I don't feel too secure. I use it, so I'm just floating on the water. Okay guys, I think I will stop here. Hope we learn one or two things from this chat. And if you enjoy watching, please guys, do not hesitate to click on that subscribe button down there somewhere. Click on that red button. Click it. Please share this video. Like and share this video if you enjoy watching this video. Encourage me, encourage more. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate. May this year be full of goodies and blessings for each and every one of us in Jesus' name. Thank you very much. Ta-ra! Have a nice day. Have a nice week. Ta-ta! Bye-bye.